Time.
Wow.
All right, I'd like to welcome everyone to the January 16th, 2020 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. Would you please join me in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. I'm Jeff Benton, President of the Board. To my right is our Vice President, Gary Merrill. To his right is our Administrator, Mike Fromer. To my left is fellow Commissioner Barb Lewis, and our clerk today is Sarah Genova. We can start.
Resolution number 20-62, in the matter of approving the electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held January 13th, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 20-62. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We have no public comment this morning. Resolution number 20-63, affirming the celebration of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in Delaware County.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Nobody has any comments to make, but this is a nice resolution to honor Dr. King and the upcoming holiday on Monday, and so it's great to pause and honor his work, so, and his beliefs, his ideals. So we'll take a vote.
Vote on motion 20-63. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-64. In the matter of approving purchase orders, then and now certificates and payments of warrants and batch numbers CMA PR 0115 and memo transfers and batch numbers MTAs PR 0115.
So moved. Second.
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 20-64. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-65. In the matter of approving travel expense requests.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 20-65. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-66, in the matter of approving a new liquor license from Evans Farm Land Development Company, LLC, and forwarding to the Ohio Division of Liquor Control with no objections and no request for a hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 20-66. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-67, in the matter of approving a supplemental appropriation for the CDBG allocation grant.
So moved.
Second.
Second. All right, discussion.
Hi, good morning, Commissioners. Thanks for hearing me today. This is basically, this is a continuation of the 2018 project year grant. We still have money left to be drawn down from the state, so this is the amount. Basically, this is just setting it up so that we can draw it down into our system and also pay our grant admin their money.
Okay. Is there a time limit on this? Do we have a?
The project year 2018 ends August of this year, so the money needs to be expended by then.
Okay.
And 2020 starts this year as well, so.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you. Vote.
Vote on motion 20-67. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Zach.
Resolution number 20-68, in the matter of approving a permit for the use of Delaware County facilities.
So second.
Discussion.
Good morning. I'm Jane Haas today, Marcia Stith. Before you is a permit request from Soil and Water for the Willis Meeting Room. They have been asked to host a training for the Ohio EPA, and we recommend your approval.
Okay. Vote.
Vote on motion 20-68. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-69, in the matter of approving change order 015 to the contract between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners and Altman Company for the Delaware Historic Courthouse.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Good morning, John Melvin, Director of Facilities. Change orders and owner's request to split the conference room on the first floor into offices. And while it sounds really simple, in a historic courthouse, it's never that simple, dealing with 15-foot walls, 15-foot ceilings in there. So this change order amounts for $35,000 to do that. It involves all the trades to do this actual work, so recommending approval.
Okay. What's the timeline on this, on the courthouse now, John?
Well, actually, we just got a scheduled update this week. They are slipping. They're ran into some difficulties installing the underground ducts in the basement, some coordination issues. So current scheduled updates projecting probably completion in June. So Be looking, probably leaning on them, try to accept, make up some of the time they've lost and stuff. Yeah, so hopefully they can actually pick up they finally started getting the ductwork installed, and so hopefully we can get them to pick it up a little bit, so. Still looking midsummer completion, move-in.
Okay. Very good. Vote?
Vote on motion 20-69. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-70, in the matter of approving a maintenance agreement by and between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners and ThyssenKrupp Elevator Corporation for elevator maintenance.
So, second.
Discussion?
This is for the elevator maintenance agreement for the new courthouse. We have a total of 6 elevators in there. This is a 3-year agreement with ThyssenKrupp, who's the manufacturer and installer of the elevators. We went with Sourcewell. Sourcewell is formerly NGPA, Cooperative Purchasing Agreement, so this is through a cooperating purchasing agreement for the pricing of this maintenance agreement.
We have 6 elevators in that building?
There are 6 elevators. There's 2 public elevators, 2 staff elevators, and then 2 prisoner transport elevators over there. So just know, we want to we've had troubles with the elevators from the installation with the motors. They have replaced about 5 motors on these elevators, a couple of them multiple times. They have changed the source of these large motors, electric motors, so we kind of keep them on the hook too as well to do that work too as
Is this
well.
going to be a continual problem?
No, we haven't had any problems once they changed the actual make of the electric motor, that piece. So I don't know if the manufacturer, the factory sourcing bought a bad batch of motors from China or something, but there's a definite pattern there, but we have been getting a different manufacturer of these electric motors, and they seem to be holding up better. So
We get extended warranties from this with these new motors, or?
yeah, this is their standard maintenance agreement. It falls underneath that, and they're on a hook to replace these large motors. Yep.
I have another question, but we can go ahead and vote, and I'll ask the question.
Okay, vote?
Vote on motion 20-70. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
You're talking about the courthouse. Where do we stand on the air conditioning?
Oh, actually, hopefully, we last heard from Carrier on that. Within the next couple of weeks, the new chiller, they're going to put a brand-new chiller on the roof of the courthouse. It's supposed to ship January 24th, so we're looking at the first week of February probably, doing the installation. It'll be over a weekend and a couple days of work. Obviously, this time of the year is not going to affect the building occupants. We don't need cooling. So I think the one item they're working with, they need to get a permit to shut down Sandusky Street to set a crane to pick and place the new chiller on the roof. So
Is that still the agreement? We're taking care of getting them on the top of the roof, although I question whether we should be.
yeah,
But,
yes. We're part of the rigging, yes. Yep, we're going to help pay for the rigging to get the lift on and off, and they're paying for all the labor to come in here and do all the work to replace it, and then a brand-new, different model chiller, so,
As they should.
yes. Yes.
All right. We'll move on.
Item number 11 is being pulled from our agenda this morning. So number 12, resolution number 20-71, in the matter of approving a joint application by the prosecuting attorney and the Board of County Commissioners to the Common Pleas Court to authorize the appointment of Kimberly Vanover Riley Esquire as legal counsel to assist the Common Pleas Court with certain employment and related matters.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion?
Christopher Batts with the Delaware County Prosecuting Attorney's Office. The Delaware County Common Pleas Court needs some assistance with some employment matters, legal issues involving employment matters or a specialized area of law. This application is pursuant to Revised Code 305.14A, which requires a joint application between the prosecutor's office and the commissioners to appoint outside counsel. This resolution just simply approves that joint application to the court to approve that counsel. The counsel would be Kim Riley. She's with Johnson in Montgomery and Johnson, excuse me, in Cincinnati. But this would just approve the application. And at this point, Prosecutor Schiffel has gone ahead and approved the application as well.
Okay.
All right, vote?
Vote on motion 20-71. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Resolution number 20-72, in the matter of approving a supplemental appropriation.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Morning, Commissioners. Brad Lutz, Director of Business Operations, Financial Management. Two supplementals in front of you today. The first one is to appropriate monies for the Rudder East Ditch Improvement Project startup fees, and the second supplemental is to refund monies to the Health Department. Those monies were applied to the litter grant in error.
All right, vote.
Vote on motion 20-72. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton? Aye. Mr. Merrill?
I'm sorry. Said aye for you. You say aye for me.
We're good. We both acknowledged. So,
That brings us to administrative reports.
okay.
Good morning, Commissioners. I wanted to report that yesterday, Eric and I met with the chair of the Scioto Concord Community Authority and their council, and I'm happy to report that the homes are starting to be built, and some of the millage revenues for some of the infrastructure is starting to be generated, and I think that it's been a while since, it's been sitting there with not a lot of activity for a while, and we're just starting to see that on the cusp. So it will have a more of an update for you as we get some more numbers, but just wanted to let you guys know.
That's good news.
Commissioner Merrill?
I really have only one thing, and it affects all of us. It's in the state of the city today, so at the source point. So look forward to hearing what they have to say about the progress in Delaware City, and that's all I have today.
Yeah, a lot going on there as well.
Really? I think I'll just look on your
Commissioner Lewis?
sheet. And sheet. Yeah, no, I don't have anything. We are going to the state of the city, as you mentioned, Commissioner.
Yep. We have no session on Monday, as it is Martin Luther King's Day, and the county offices will be closed. The Land Bank meeting is next Wednesday, since we won't have another session before then at 2 o'clock. And then on the 22nd, I am going to solar development meeting in London, Ohio, not London, England. And that is something that's taking off around the region. I think Pickaway County, has had a couple solar farms put in place, and their ag, some of their farmers are putting solar panel farms and generating electricity to feed into the grid, and it's gaining popularity, and the economics are changing. So I'm going to go to this
good.
informational session that the OSU Extension Office is putting on. And Union County and Champaign and Madison are very active in working on this. So it'll be interesting to see just how the economics are working and how the farmers are responding and so on. So it'll be very interesting. And then lastly, I want to mention that Scott Sanders sent around an email, I think it was yesterday, just announcing that the census is really kicking off now. April 1st is National Census Day. So that's going to be a big focus. Scott heads up our regional planning group, and he is in charge of the census for the county, and got a whole bunch of interested departments and others working on it. So it will be a big effort, and it's very important because we need to get everybody counted for a whole bunch of reasons. So anyway, just want to mention that. And we do have need for executive session.
We do. Resolution number 20-73, in the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of appointment, compensation of a public employee or public official, to consider the purchase of property for public purposes, for pending or imminent litigation, for collective bargaining.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote, oops, discussion.
Sale of property, okay?
We need to add sale of property? We did not have.
Should have been.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
To consider the sale of property at competitive bidding.
Okay,
The first and second.
first and second.
A vote on motion 20-73. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
All right, we're in executive session.
I think we checked
Resolution number 20-74, in the matter of adjourning out of executive session.
So moved?
Second.
Discussion? Vote?
Vote on motion 20-74. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
I think it's just you that you're supposed to print your name in.
Okay, yeah.
We do have an item to consider for other business. Resolution number 20-75. A resolution authorizing intervention in the matter of Columbia Gas of Ohio Incorporated's letter of notification for the Marysville Connector Pipeline Project before the Ohio Power Sitting Board, case number 19-2148-GA-BLN.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Vote?
Vote on motion 20-75. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye. No other business? We are adjourned. There you go.